Hi, welcome to the Ambient iPad. Let's make some music. I'm going to start using some other sounds with the Mellotron. In this video, I'm going to use a percussion app, Ting. It uses sounds from around the house, forks, knives, plates, hitting the side of a sofa or a box or a table. It actually gets some really cool sounds. For the Mellotron, I'll be using a couple of sounds from the M400, the Mixed Custom Choir, and 2 brass. The signal chain is the Mellotron M4000D Mini. Its master mono analog output goes into a Focusrite Scarlett 18i8 interface, which communicates back and forth with an iPad Pro through a USB-C hub that also lets me power the iPad Pro at the same time. We're using apeMatrix today. We're using a couple of sounds from the M400, the Mixed Custom Choir and the 2 brass. We'll use them layered and separate. First thing I want to do is add the compressor so I can sample the sounds. And that was the wrong thing to press. So we're going to use the Bleass Compressor, which I like a lot with the Mellotron. That's not the compressor though. Let us swap for the compressor. And I just use the basic setting. A few minor tweaks here and there. Let's lower that slightly. Just a little. Okay. Connect this. Let me start with the brass. So this is the 2 brass sound. All right, let's sample the choirs. I'm just going to walk through the choirs that are available on the M400 because that's where most of the choirs that folks associate with the Mellotron come from. Let me start with the 4-voice female choir. And there's a 4-voice male choir. And then there's an 8-voice choir, which is the male and the female 4-voice choirs layered. And there's also a boys choir. And then the sound we're going to use today, which is a mixed custom choir. That's all 3, the boys, the female, and the male choirs layered. All right, and then here's the sounds layered, mixed custom choir and 2 brass. All right, let's add some more effects. Like a chorus, so the FAC Chorus. I want a milder chorus. Let me jack that down. Right now, as usual, I'll demonstrate the effects in parallel, but I will put them in series for the jam. So here's the chorus and the compressor. And let me turn the compressor off. Excuse me, the chorus off. So very subtle, but if you have headphones on, you can hear it. If nothing else, it's just expanding the stereo field slightly. Let's go with a delay. As you could guess, it's the K7D. Let me use one of my patches, just this basic tape delay, but I do want to put ping pong on. All right, so here's the compressor, chorus, and the delay. All right. And when you play legato with a delay, it adds a little bit of reverb. but I do want another reverb. And I want to use something I've not used in a while, which is the Audio Damage Adverb2. I use this a lot in previous videos. All right, let's turn that on and hear everything with the plate reverb. So you can hear it. It will be a lot more dramatic when I put effects in series. The other thing I want to use, here's something I've never used before. This is Bram Bos Perferator. This is really a gating effect, so it'll add some rhythmic quality to this. I'm not sure how this is going to sound unless it's in series, but let's try. I can hear it a little in the background. Actually, I've just noticed I want this to be really slow tempo too. I want this to be 60. But Perferator is getting lost amongst all the other effects. We'll change that in a minute. Let me turn everything off but Perferator and see if that makes a difference. Yep, that does make a difference. The last thing, actually, I'm just going to do these in series right now. So we're just going right down the line. Actually, that's wrong. I do not want the reverb to go into Perferator. What I want to do though is I want Spatializer. Let's put that in, and then I'll just experiment with how we're going to route here. Whoops. Let's go into front and back. Turn that off. So yeah, I want the reverb to go into Spatializer, and I want Perferator to go into Spatializer. Let's hear what this sounds like. Okay, that helped even everything out, so you can hear Perferator, all the other effects are going well. But I might want to have a little bit of the direct reverb too. Let's hear what this sounds like. Yeah, I like that. It makes everything a little bigger, but it also pushes the Perferator, the gating effect, a little more to the background. Okay, the next thing we want to do is I want to add some percussion. Do something different instead of the straight Mellotron. And I'm going to use an application called Ting. This is a percussion app by Klevgr, but uses sounds from around your house. Car keys, silverware, hitting the side of a box, hitting a pot. A lot of knives and forks, hand claps, finger snaps, hitting the side of a sofa, a stick on the edge of a table. I'll just turn this on so you can hear exactly what it sounds like. Just want to change a little of the reverb. It does have a reverb built in. This doesn't trigger itself, so I need something to trigger it. I'm going to use Bram Bos's X0X, mimicking the Roland classic drum machine interface. I do have a drum pattern here that I created a while ago and I never got to use, so we're going to do that now. I need to connect X0X to Ting to trigger it, and let's open up Ting here so we can see what's going on. So it's real objects and real things from around the house, but it does sound like percussion. Neat. So we'll have that going during part of the jam too. Because it would sound like this. and just the brass. Let's turn Perferator off for a second. Perferator back on. So you get the idea what I'm trying to achieve here. Let me just double check a couple of settings and we'll do a jam. That was fun. I've missed using percussion in these jams. And Ting, using everyday objects around the house, contributed to some very cool drum kits. I also used a basic set of effects: compression, chorus, delay, and reverb. In addition, I used Bram Bos Perferator, which is a gating effect, to give the Mellotron some rhythmic variety. I have another jam I want to do with these sounds and effects. It's a little more melodic, and I'll do that in the next jam. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and good luck with your own music.